communicable diseases. So we are discussing today about the communicable diseases. So before discussing about the communicable diseases, let me recall which we have discussed in previous lectures. Like we know that we are studying community medicine. That community medicine services are classified into different categories. First one was preventive health service. Second is preventive health service, promoting health service, preventive health service. Third one is curative health service. So here we are curing the disease if it is there. And fourth classification was rehabilitative health services. So all these four categories are in community medicine. That community medicine is a branch of medicine and a major subject of MBBS course, while doctors, senior doctors teach undergraduate students why public health is important and they have to take care of public health, and that should be their concern. In their PG courses, doctors maintain their first objective is that they have to teach the students who are in PG, who are in UG of MBBS course. Second is they have to train to orient their education and skills towards the understanding health problems of community. That is care beyond cure. Care beyond cure. So how they train? First they give them the theoretical knowledge. Then they take these doctors to rural areas so that they will be able to communicate or they will be able to understand the problem of patients. And these are the causes of their illness. Community medicine organizes many problems which include World Health Day. Community medicine people who are linked with the community or the volunteers who are in medical agency or who are running different NGOs, they organize many programs which include World Health Day, or sometimes they include seminars. They have health talks, even poster competition among the students. Many collaborative projects are also done between community medicine organizers and NGOs. So all together, we are working for the community medicine. We are working for the community medicine. If we talk about World Health Organization, they classify this community medicine on the basis of two categories: communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. In this lecture, we will be discussing about the communicable diseases. As per WHO definition, communicable diseases are any pathogen microorganisms that can spread directly or indirectly from one person to another. There are 12,420 different diseases. How many diseases? 12,420 different diseases and health-related elements as was discussed in 2020. So, as per who they describe these communicable diseases, and they have found that there are mostly 5 major common communicable diseases globally. How many are there? 5. So in today's class, the agenda of our topic will be role of community medicine in communicable diseases. That is, what is the primary goal? Second is communicable diseases. What is the communicable disease? And third one is communicable diseases are the 5 most communicable. What are different communicable diseases which are present globally? How they spread, what are their symptoms and prevention. So that means we discussed this thing that when a person is getting exposed to infection, or when a person is getting exposed to organism, the infection will start. Then it depends on which type of infection it is, the recovery process will start. And sometimes it remains here or sometimes it's eradicated. As if we talk about viruses are having 2 different life cycle patterns. First is lytic cycle, viruses erupt the cell and they disrupt all the cells together. Or sometimes they remain in a latent state. That is, they remain inside the cell in a hidden form. That is called, that life cycle is called as lysis and lysis. Depends which type of organism we have infected. So if we talk about the definition of communicable diseases, is an illness due to the specific infectious biological agent or its toxic products capable of being directly or indirectly transmitted from one man to another, or it can also transmit from animal to man, or from animal to animal, or from environment to the human via air, water and food. Air, water and food. So in short, we can say communicable diseases are the diseases that are spread from one person to another, or from animals to humans, or from animals to animals. Diseases that are catching means it's a disease which is getting catched. Diseases that caused by germs or pathogens. So this is the communicable diseases are those diseases which are caused by pathogens, which are harmful to us. And the example of these pathogens will include different types of viruses, as we all know, pandemic situation, coronavirus, many bacteria are there, parasitic worms are there, and fungi also. We have discussed this slide earlier. So, causes of communicable disease. A disease is an unhealthy condition of the body or mind. It's an unhealthy condition. We don't feel appetite, or we don't feel thirsty, or sometimes fatigue is there, or nausea is also there. There are communicable diseases such as cold. If we are having cold, we know that this disease will spread from one person to another. When a disease is transmissible, means it is transmitted from one person to another, such type of disease is called as communicable disease. Means it gets transferred from one person to another. Second is non-communicable disease. It means a person is having disease, but it is not going to transfer from one person to another person. And the best example in our society is cancer. Cancer is a disease that does not spread from one person to another. If the person is having cancer, if you will sit with him, you will eat with him, it doesn't mean that you will get cancer. No, it's non-communicable disease. We are having different microbes or biological agents which are involved in this communicable disease. Such like viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans are there. or riskiest here. If we talk about the viruses, if we are having common cold, that is because of virus, flu, viral pneumonia, viral hepatitis, polio, measles, AIDS, herpes, smallpox. These are the examples. These are the example of diseases which are caused by the viruses. Second one is the bacteria. Like sometimes we get foodborne illness, or we can say food poisoning. We are having tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is caused by the bacteria, bacterial tuberculosis. Diphtheria is there, bacterial pneumonia is there, and bacterial meningitis. Meningitis is the infection which occurs in the brain due to the presence of bacteria. Certain type of fungi are there, like ringworms, vaginal yeast infection, actually food. Some protozoans are there, as we all are aware with the malaria, amoebic dysentery, or sleeping sickness. If we talk about the rickettsia, typhoid, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. These are some common communicable diseases and their origin, microorganisms origin. So like in this slide, we can see how the communicable disease occurs. This can occur through direct contact. This can occur through direct contact or indirect contact also. It's not necessary to get or by food, by insects, or by the animal, or by the animal. So when we are going to meet some person who is having, as we discussed these diseases earlier in this year, if he is suffering from these types of diseases, when we are going to visit him, we have to use mask, we have to wash our hands, we have to maintain certain distance with that patient so that we should not get affected. What are different types of communicable diseases which we are going to study today, and their preventive techniques? The first one is the hepatitis B. First one is the hepatitis B. Hepatitis B is a severe liver infection. So when you will heard about a person suffering from hepatitis, it clicks your mind that, oh, he is suffering from a liver infection. And that liver infection is caused by hepatitis B virus. Again, we heard hepatitis is caused by viruses, and the name of that virus is hepatitis B, or simply we can call it as HBV. This virus attacks and injures the liver. So what is this virus is? They come into our body, they directly move to the liver, where they attack our liver. In certain cases, it can lead to death, starting from liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. If it is untreated, so it means when we feel some sort of infection in the liver, that time we have to visit the doctor. In highly endemic areas, the areas which are not cleaned properly or unhygienic areas, it is mostly seen that hepatitis B is mostly spread from mother to child during birth. This kind of transmission we call as prenatal transmission. So when a disease is coming from mother to child, that type of infection we call as prenatal transmission. It means his or her mother is suffering from this infection, and it is probably that the child will be having such disease also. Hepatitis B can also spread through horizontal transmission, like if we are exposed to infected food, or if we have an infected food, even if we are if the child is in the 5 years of age, if they will having the infectious disease, he will be suffering from hepatitis B. It can transfer through the body fluid while having sex with the partner, infected partner, or if we are sharing the syringe, needle, or exposed to sharp instrument which is already infected. So if we talk about the symptoms of hepatitis B, the specific symptoms of hepatitis B is nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, pain in abdomen, jaundice. It includes swelling of skin and eyes, dark urine, tiredness, weakness, joint pain. Hepatitis B can be prevented by vaccines that are safe, 99% effective and available. These are 99% safe vaccines. 99% safe vaccines are available in the market. If we talk about the diagnosis of hepatitis B, we can proceed with the following instructions, like we can do liver function test. This hepatitis B virus can be detected by complete blood count or analysis of viral hepatitis markers. What we will do in hepatitis markers, we will simply take a blood sample. In blood sample, we will go for extraction of DNA. So if it is a DNA virus or RNA virus, we have to proceed for DNA extraction or RNA extraction. Then with the help of PCR or DNA amplifier machine, or we will go for reverse transcription, so that we will be having DNA if the virus is RNA. Then we will go for amplification of specific genes which are present in the hepatitis B virus. So the amplification or the markers which we are using, or the parameters which are using, we call these parameters as a hepatitis markers. If we are using certain type of markers, if this marker will amplify 100 times, it means that this blood sample is infected with hepatitis B. Or we can proceed for ultrasonograph of the abdomen, or HBV DNA, or even we can proceed for biochemical blood test. With the help of these diagnoses, we will be able to come to know the patient is suffering from hepatitis B virus. And the medicines which are available for the hepatitis B virus is vaccine Inerzic B or Happy Tail B. Happy Tail B. Now the second disease, communicable disease, is also we can take preventive measures. We can have medicines first. Second, we can take also preventive measures like vaccination if they are available. Use of condom during the sex. Lead a healthy lifestyle. Use sterile syringe. Distress yourself. Observe the rules of anti-endemic regime. Follow the rules of personal hygiene. So personal hygiene plays an important role in communicable diseases. Now the second example of communicable disease is malaria. It's again an infectious disease caused by Plasmodium parasites that are spread to people through bite of infected females, Anopheles mosquito. If a female is infected, then it can spread malaria, and we call this female as Anopheles mosquito. The first symptoms of malaria are fever, headache, and chills. which may be mild or difficult to diagnose as malaria. If not treated earlier, this may result in severe illness and lead to death. The population group most prone to contracting, contracting malaria includes infants, child below 5 years of age, pregnant women, and patients living with HIV/AIDS. Or it can be seen in the travelers or mobile population who always move from one place to another place. The WHO recommended the way to prevent and reduce transmission is vector control. This involves the use of insecticide treatment, mosquito nets, and indoor residual spraying in the home. Earlier diagnosis and treatment of malaria can reduce disease and prevent health. So it means that whenever we have if early treatment for this malaria is done, so we can reduce this disease, spread of this disease, and we can decrease the mortality rate. However, resistance to anti-malarial drugs is a recurring problem. So we are having certain mosquitoes which are having anti-malarial drugs. They are resistant to that. Malaria can be prevented by the use of vaccines. Again, we have to go for vaccination in a study. Now, if we talk about this, sorry, this is a mistaken slide I have taken. Let me continue with the check. If we have to check, no, third one is hepatitis C virus. Third one is hepatitis C. Wait for a minute. Let me talk about the dengue. Let me talk about another disease, that is dengue. Dengue is a fever, flu-like fever. It's spread by viruses. It's spread by viruses through the bite of infected mosquitoes. Through the mosquitoes only it can be seen. If we talk about the dengue, we are having certain symptoms. We are having certain symptoms for this dengue fever. As you can see on the screen, dengue fever, we are having two phases of dengue fever. One is febrile phase and second one is critical phase. In febrile phase, in the early stage of dengue, please drop your mic. In your febrile phase, what is happening? In your febrile phase, we are having headaches. Onset fever means on and off fever is there. From nose and mouth, it starts bleeding. We always feel muscle and joint pain, vomiting, rashes. You will feel itching in your stomach, like it feels rashes on your stomach. And it leads to diarrhea also. But when it's in critical stage or critical phase, it means when the dengue fever is quite high, so it will lead to hypotension. So your pulse rate will get decreased, hypotension. And we can feel when going for washroom, we can feel that blood is coming out with our stool. So gastrointestinal bleeding is there. So what is happening in your recovery phase? Altered level of unconsciousness, aging, slow heart rate. So these are the critical things which we have to observe if a person is suffering from dengue. We were having one child in our society. He was having on and off fever, and in headache, body ache. Always he used to complain to his mom, "Mom, I always have muscular pain and body ache." So he visited 2-3 doctors, but all of a sudden one night his fever reached up to 104. So his parents took him to the hospital of the state. So they diagnosed, no, it's not a normal fever, it's something else. So they prescribed some specific tests. Dengue was one of them. So when they got the report, it was dengue fever. So what doctors advised them, check fever after every hour and keep BP monitor in front of you. There should not be decrease, unconsciousness should not be there. There should not be decrease of heart rate. That means hypotension, BP is getting down. So while if the person is having dengue fever, so keep in mind that if he should not be having such forms, you have to be cautious if a person is suffering from dengue. So we are having, it is said that for curing of dengue or preventive or control, we can follow 4S. First S is search and destroy the mosquito breeding site. You have to check in your flat whether there is any stored water where these mosquitoes can grow and they can breed. So we have to first take care. We should not keep anything unlit. Means whenever we have to keep something in the kitchen or for some other places, we have to make proper lid. We have to keep lid on that. And we can't use stagnant water. We can't keep stagnant water in our society. It leads to the breeding, or it acts as a breeding site for dengue. Second is self-protective measures. When mosquitoes are many high, we can't observe with our naked eye that which one is dengue, which one will cause dengue in us. So try to avoid sleep or some ointments, or you can use net. So this will include your self-protection measures. So go for fumigation, fogging. So if you feel that one of our family members was diagnosed with the dengue fever, so go for fumigation. You have to spray the dengue solution in your room and keep it closed for 1 day or 2 to 4 hours or 5 hours, depends what concentration of solution you are using. It will vary from solution to solution. Afterwards, you have to close all the inlet and out, incoming and outgoing of the air for 2-3 hours. So that is fogging. Third thing is you can seek early consultation. If you realize that we are suffering or something, some symptoms are like this, you have to proceed for consultation. As you can see here, what will be the symptoms for the dengue? Fever is the first. Second is severe headache. And this fever, as I said, it is on off. Sometimes it is there, not there. And it has been seen that this fever will come during the night. Pain behind eyes. When you will close your eyes at behind, where we are having optic nerve, which is connecting to our eyeball, at the center of your eyeball at the back side, you will feel pain. It's not necessary that whenever you will feel pain in the eyes, it's a dengue. No. These symptoms should go one on one. Muscular and joint pain, nausea, vomiting, and you feel tonsils are swollen up. Unusual weakness and rashes, even if it's not for summers, it's winter, still we are having rashes on our body, we are having fever, we are like swollen glands are there. So it means something is something, we have got something infection. So we have to take care. So we can use masks not to spread this communicable disease to others. And the main of this is abdominal pain, cough and loose motion. Abdominal pain is there. When your liver is infected, it means abdominal pain should be there. So what we can do? Immediate blood test as advised by the doctor. Rest and drink plenty of fluid. If you are, God forbid, if someone is having dengue fever, he has to rest. He can't go for his work. If we don't have, at the immediate, we don't have any medicine, at least we should always keep paracetamol with us so that it will reduce, it will leave our joint pain and fever. It will leave our joint pain and fever. We are having different laboratory tests which can be done for dengue. We can use immunological tests, the example of immunological test, or we can call this as serology. First test is ELISA, enzyme linked ELISA stands for enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. So you can Google for this ELISA. We can use ELISA for many purposes. It means we have to simply take this plasma of a patient, then we can pour these into small wells. By color change, we will be observing whether this person is suffering from dengue or not. Or we can use hemagglutinin inhibition test, antigen antibody interaction test. We can use antigen antibody interaction. It means we can use immunological tests simply where we are interacting antigen of a patient with antibodies, or we are using antibodies with antigens. It's vice versa. And the total test we call this a serological test. Or we can do another test, that is virus isolation. We can take patients' blood, so we can go for virus isolation. This can be done by mosquito cell cultures. And third technique is molecular method. This hepatitis B virus is a RNA virus. Its genome or its genetic material is made up of RNA. As we humans, we are having DNA is our genetic material, deoxyribonucleic acid. And this this dengue virus is RNA virus. This is RNA virus. So from this RNA, what we will do? First, we will make RNA to DNA. That technique is called as the conversion of RNA into DNA. We call this as RT-PCR. This is done by one machine, reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. So it means we are making genetic material of virus from RNA to DNA. Then using DNA probes or DNA markers, we will be able to identify these if virus is present in the body. For today, you will see the ELISA. What are different types of ELISA? Second, you will check for the RT-PCR to make these things more understand. Now the fourth one is hepatitis C. This is the fifth one. Yeah, this is the fifth one. Hepatitis C is a life-threatening disease. It's a life-threatening disease caused by hepatitis C virus. Caused by hepatitis C virus. So again, we have different types of hepatitis. Hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. But the most common is hepatitis B. Is not that common. So we are here today. We are discussing the communicable diseases which are common globally. Hepatitis C is again a life-threatening liver disease. Obviously, it's a contagious disease. If we touch an infected person, it will get transmitted to healthy person. It is also getting transmitted to mother to child during birth. If we have sex with the infected person, that time also it happens. Blood transfusion, sharing of syringe and needles. When one is first detected with the virus, one can have a mild illness with few symptoms or severe conditions requiring hospitalization. Sometimes what is happening that, for example, I am infected with hepatitis C, but I am not able to see the harsh symptoms of hepatitis C. So what is happening? If through me, my brother is getting infected, but condition will get worse. It doesn't mean I don't have hepatitis C. No, I have, but the symptoms are mild that doctors are not able to confirm whether it's a hepatitis virus. If something has transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person, from me to my brother, it means he got infection through me only. So his symptoms will be harsher than me. Like I can say, again there will be a jaundice. Your skin will look yellow, pale yellow. Your eyes will look yellow. There is lack of appetite, upset stomach, vomiting, fever, dark colored urine, light colored stool, joint pain. If untreated, then it can lead to liver failure, liver cancer, or even death also. And the last fifth disease we will be discussing about the tuberculosis. We will be discussing about the tuberculosis. It's a disease. It's a bacterial disease first. Second is it's caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This mostly affects our lungs. It spreads from one person to another person through air. So when you know that a person having TB, we have to maintain the distance. When a person, like earlier in COVID-19, what we heard, it is transmitted in the air, COVID-19 virus, right? What we start using face mask. But nowadays it's not there because we got immunity and viruses are not now that vulnerable. So it mainly affects your lungs. It has been said that tuberculosis is on the top of 10 causes of disease. Tuberculosis is one of the top 10 causes of disease. It has also declared that leading cause of death from a single infectious agent. Although tuberculosis mostly affect adults in their most reproductive years. So, who there is a medicines which has given for tuberculosis. It's there. So tuberculosis is preventable, curable, and treatable. It's not a disease which can't be cured. No, it's preventable, curable, and treatable disease. The most common symptoms of this tuberculosis is coughing, blood in your sputum, chest pain, general weakness, fever, weight loss, and night sweats. So what we have to maintain our healthy lifestyle, what we have to do with improvement in water and sanitation, the hygienic situation can be dealt with, hence preventing the spread of communicable diseases. Our source in wash, sanitation and hygiene, and wash, sanitation and hygiene. So we call this as wash. So what is our for this? What we call our course is in water, sanitation and hygiene. Provides knowledge and insight on how to better achieve a clean water, sanitation and hygiene for all. This was about the communicable diseases. Yeah, any question from anyone? Sorry, I have just uploaded some wrong PPT because there was many you were not clear with me that whether I'm going to take your lecture. I have many presentations of the same name, so I will upload it again for you. And I think I have uploaded this written notes for you also. Can you confirm, please? Have you received those notes which I have uploaded? Have you checked your this team where I have uploaded notes for you? Plus I have uploaded PPT for you.
Sorry, madam, I can't see anything. Not showing anything.
How to stop this recording? I don't know. Stop recording.
Uh,
Yeah, done.
you